I'm That Shelf Senior Critic Victor Stiff, and if you're a fan of Halloween, I've got great news for you. If you're looking for a place to get your horror fix, Xbox Game Pass has you covered. In the spirit of Halloween, we've put together a list of 13 games you can play on Game Pass right now. Stranger Things 3 the game lets players hop into the world of the hit Netflix series and relive the epic adventures from the latest season. This game couldn't be more on brand. What's more Stranger Things than a retro-style 16-bit pixel art adventure? The game allows you and a friend to team up for some couch co-op to explore Hawkins and unravel the town's many mysteries. When it comes to Telltale's Walking Dead series, gamers have plenty of options. I chose Michonne because it's the shortest collection in the franchise. We have a list of 13 games to get through after all. When compared to the other Telltale games, Walking Dead Michonne's 3-episode season is practically a mini-series. West of Dead may be the spookiest game on the list. You play as a dead man shooting his way through purgatory, taking out any ghoul stupid enough to get in your way. If that's not creepy enough for you, the hero, William Mason, is voiced by the original live-action Hellboy, Ron Perlman. If you're looking for something fun, atmospheric, and easy to pick up and play, West of Dead is a solid choice. Upon its release, critics and fans dismissed World War Z as a Left 4 Dead ripoff. While the similarities are undeniable, that's not such a terrible thing. It's been a decade since Valve hit gamers with Left 4 Dead 2, and at this point, I'm down for any studio that tries to deliver Left 4 Dead's brand of cooperative zombie-slaying action. And at Xbox Game Pass's price point, what's it hurt to jump in for a few rounds to see if this game is for you? AFTERPARTY is worth checking out just because of its dope premise. Two deceased friends can escape being doomed to hell for eternity if they can outdrink Satan. This stylish and absurd adventure game features clever writing, excellent voice acting, and a compelling story that's sure to keep you hooked. I'm not the first one to compare the Don't Starve games to the work of Hollywood's most adorably emo filmmaker, Tim Burton. If you're someone who appreciates that famous Burton-esque vibe, then Don't Starve Giants Edition is the game for you. Don't Starve's charming aesthetic masks the cutthroat nature of the game's survival mechanics. Death is inevitable. The only thing in doubt is how long you can last. There's a world of vicious monsters waiting to tear you apart the moment you let your guard down. Yikes. At least fighting for your life has never looked so cute. Alien Isolation arrived amidst sky-high expectations and was met with lukewarm reactions. The game captures the classic horror sci-fi series' sense of tension and dread, but it suffers from some bouts of tedious gameplay. If you ride or die for the films, then Alien Isolation deserves a spot on your must-play list. For everyone else, check out some gameplay trailers before giving this one a go. I haven't got too far into Oxenfree, and I can already tell I'm going to love this game. The deliberate pacing combines with the creepy atmosphere to create a game that feels like reading a gripping mystery novel. The dialogue-driven gameplay may be too slow for some, but if you have the patience, Oxenfree delivers a rewarding supernatural experience. Luchadors, Mexican folklore, and superpowered chickens combine for one of the most addictive and beautifully rendered platformers to arrive on consoles. Step into the Mexiverse's Juan and run, jump, and button mash your way through a series of supernatural adversaries until your fingers bleed. GUACAMELEE 2 gets bonus points for its 4-player co-op. Batman Arkham Knight is my clear-cut favorite game on this list. And even though it's technically not a horror game, let's keep it real. Every night in Gotham City feels like Halloween. It helps that Arkham Knight sees Batman facing off against Scarecrow, a villain who, surprise surprise, wants to lace the city with his nightmare-inducing fear toxins. It's not like Gotham needs fear toxins to make residents crap their pants. This title sees Batman square off against hideous villains like Man-Bat, Professor Pig, and Hush. I was hesitant to dive into Resident Evil 7 at first. While I'm a fan of the series, and horror in general, I was put off by the game's Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of vibe. I play games to escape into new worlds, and Resident Evil 7's world is a decrepit tetanus factory that I didn't want any part of. But since it's Halloween season and all, I had to give it a go. I'm glad I did. The game delivers the same over-the-top storytelling that endeared the series to millions, along with a satisfying stealth action gameplay loop that puts you square in the hero's unlucky shoes. I'm only halfway through the game, and I'm looking forward to finding out what insanity Resident Evil still has in store for me. If video games get their version of Mount Rushmore, the original Doom deserves a spot on the mountain. In 1993, Doom left its blood-splattered mark on the FPS genre by raising the bar for graphics and gameplay. It also pushed moral boundaries by reveling in over-the-top violence. Doom 1993 has attained legendary status. 2016's Doom reboot surprised critics and fans by finally delivering an awesome FPS that lived up to the series' legacy. Doom Eternal takes everything fans loved about Doom 2016, but ups the ante. Expect more immersive levels, more grotesque character designs, and more addictive demon-slaying action. In my book, Dead Cells is the most impressive dungeon crawler in recent memory. Not only is this one of the best looking pixel art games out there, it's also one of the most enjoyable. Dead Cells strikes a perfect balance for a roguelike, challenging but not punishing, and the gameplay is so addictive that each time your character bites the bullet and you're sent all the way back to the beginning, you'll be compelled to stick around for one more go. Thanks so much for checking out the video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe, and head over to that shelf for all the latest entertainment news. Now go out there and scare yourself silly. Cheers.